Welcome back to the Key Talk Media Show. This is, of course, episode 11. And make sure we get checked in and everywhere. TikTok, of course, X. You know what I'm talking about? Not only on X, we will be on YouTube streaming today as well. Let me just double check that. Make sure we got that monetized cut on for us. Make sure they done sent out. Okay, cool. They are going to be sending it out. Like I say, welcome back to episode 12. Also, I do want to give a special shout out to, let me see here, Rico the Dunn Battles. Rico the Dunn Battles. I went and had a great burger today, and his wife was like, hey, man, my husband watches your show every single day, and I promised that I would give a shout out. So shout out to you, my brother. Baton Rouge in here. I see you, Baton Rouge. That came up in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Let me get this on turned on right here. We definitely got a show today, man. Some rumors about Larry Hoover has came out. Gelato, I see you. Your moderator, you know what I'm talking about. I see you with the key. Trap House Kitchen, you know what I'm talking about. I'm out of first, and it's almost the first in this month. You know what I'm talking about. Alley Dog, I see you say, what up, Big Key, man? What up, Alley Dog? You know what I'm talking about. We about to get the show started here in literally just a second. I'm going to let a few more people get up in this thing. I'm going to run an intro. When I run an intro, you know what I'm talking about, it's time to get into these topics, man. Cardi B, we got some Cardi B on the menu today. Of course, I'll say it on here today, too. Somebody say, what's up, gang? We want Strap. Okay, bet. Strap gonna drop soon. Strap, they want you. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, I see Verbal Intercourse says Mississippi. Shout out to Mississippi. You know what I'm talking about? Lil B since 1983. Says Oakland, California. Hey, man, shout out to Cali. I actually need to make a trip out there to Cali. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, shout out to Cali, though. I'm waiting till a few more people get up inside the building, and then we'll go and run the intro. And then, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me see right here. Actually, I maybe just go ahead and run the intro right now. Some people may miss the intro, but when they get in, like I said, we'll probably be done started on the actual show as it goes. Anyways, let me go ahead and run that intro for y'all. Of course, this is that Murder Come With It by KTG Key Talk. Me, of course. And then, like I said, we're going to get that thing going. I see you, New York, Ohio in the building. Just a second here. Here goes the intro.
This might as well be the murder business. When you sign that contract,
I see you, Memphis in the building.
little nigga better know murder coming with it. Murder coming with it, so you better be with it. Nigga try to go to sleep, get killed by Freddy. Only in the game just to get my fatty. And these nigga lazy, ain't got competition. It's me versus me, luck.
Newark, Ohio in the building. I see you.
Key Talk game, big bully of the rap game, not just block your name. Zodiac, you bad, you know who you are, you can really get it. It ain't stunning these niggas.
Cashville in this thing. I see you.
Cause half on K to me, half on K. Sweet, oh, yeah.
Anyways, welcome back to Key Talk Media. This show's Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. So I could definitely see some more people just came into the building. I did want to give it maybe 30 more seconds. And then, of course, we would get the first topic going today. And I can tell you what the first topic will be right now. The very first topic is going to be about Larry Hoover. Not about the part if he snitched or not, because that's definitely a big topic. That Whack 100, big Paru business Whack 100 has actually got circulating around the internet now because some paperwork that they actually posted. But Chance the Rapper came out and was like, hold up. Now, before the internet turns Larry Hoover into a meme, which y'all know what's going to happen. They turn Big Meech into a meme, and pretty much everybody else get turned into a meme, right? It's just how the internet works. There's nothing you can do or say to stop it, right? It don't matter how real you is, how solid you is, the internet going to do what the internet going to do, right? So let me go ahead and get up Chance the Rapper on the screen for y'all one time. So hold on, let me make it a little bigger for you. So it says, a Chance the Rapper says, before Larry Hoover gets memed on the internet, which is going to happen, he wants people to know that the creator of the Gangsta Disciples, which of course is Larry Hoover, was a political prisoner. So he believes he's a political prisoner, and here's what he had to say.
Let y'all politicize this or memify this. I just got to say, I am glad that Larry Hoover is home. And I got to remind y'all that he was a political prisoner that was set up by the federal government, that he created the Chicago votes. He did so many things to really mobilize our people, and he was really targeted for that shit. And so before niggas get to cooning or doing whatever they finna do with this information, I just want to say I'm so glad that he's home, and God bless his family, and yeah, thank God.
Anyways, Mac Twan, I see you in the building. Mac Twan 6 with the eyes. So listen, man, Chance the Rapper, I expect Chance the Rapper to come out and say something like this about Larry Hoover, because Chance the Rapper is from Chicago as well, right? And that's obviously where Larry Hoover stomping grounds was. But it's going to be a whole lot of rappers coming out with a whole lot of stuff to say about Larry Hoover. Yes, some of them really do idolize him, but a lot of them really just clout chasing. You know, talking about whatever the clout is at, that's where you're going to catch a lot of the rappers that where they going to be at, right? Now, of course, Rich P says, salute to Key. Now, salute to you, my brother. We definitely, another rush of people that came in. Shout out to the first rush of people. Y'all are just on time. We actually talking about the first topic right now. Chance the Rapper came out and said, please don't memify. Well, he didn't say don't memify Larry Hoover, but he wanted to let everybody know that Larry Hoover was a political prisoner. Now, whether y'all think he was a political prisoner or not, that's up to y'all. Actually, let me check out the comment section, see what y'all have to say about it. Major, since I hit that like button, what's up, Key Talk Media? Amen. Shout out to you, Major, with a heart. Everybody hit that like button for me. I need all of y'all to do it. Traquan Smith said, oh, I made it for real. You already know you definitely made it. And we on the first topic of the day. Darkface Squatter says, change that title. The fuck is you talking about? No, I'm not changing the title. I'm going to talk about everything that I'm talking about. You're going to see what I'm talking about, right? I know the GDs are probably looking like, wait, snitch. I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by that. And that's why there's a question mark there, right? But anyways, so the first comment says, it's just crazy how someone who was so for our people created something that ended up being just as destructive to our people, especially in that area. He's talking about the GDs. Obviously, y'all know what's going on with the GDs in modern day. Yes, he did eventually try to get to the point where he wanted to change it from the gangster disciples to growth and development. But of course, by that time, it was too late. They already had him locked up and everything. Anyway, so Tony Logan says, you dig? YouTubers guy. Key Talk with the thumb up. Thank you for the thumb up. Key Talk crazy. That man said no. Yeah, I'm not gonna change the title. I'm gonna explain to y'all what that title means. You know what I'm talking about? Trust me, I ain't the one to do no type of clickbait on no titles or nothing like that. You know what I'm talking about? I'm always keep it 100 and tell y'all what's going down. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so let's go ahead and get to the next topic of today. So there's a rapper named Biotopic. I'm not sure if y'all actually heard of the girl Biotopic or not. However, she done signed a slave deal, just like a lot of these rappers. 90 some percent, it's in the 90% of these rappers be signing terrible slave deals. They end up locked up in these deals. Then they get to the point, first of all, they get the deal. They super happy. They flex on everybody, show that they having money, having paper. And then it gets to the point where they want to drop their music. They can't drop their music. Get to the point where they want to do all this other stuff, but the label just ain't nothing to do it. You know, some of the label like sit the rappers on their belly, on their butt, and just tag them. No, you can't drop right now. You can't drop right now. What you want to? Let us know when you want to drop, and they don't let them do it, right? But this girl right here is crying her heart out because she said before she signed to a label, she begged and pleaded for them, please don't mess me up, please don't trick me or nothing like that. You can't do that kind of stuff when you sign up with a label. You got to have an entertainment lawyer for the entertainment lawyer to actually speak on your behalf. But a lot of these rappers don't do that. They just see that money and go for that money. And this is the turnout, right?
You're over it, bruh. Please don't. You're over it, bruh. I literally begged that man, bruh. On the Bible, man, I begged that man and his wife not to do me like this, bro. And they literally turned around less than 48 hours later and did me exactly how I wish that they didn't, bruh.
Alonzo Gray, you said this title is crazy, bro. You two do is crazy. Let me tell you something, man. I'm going to get to that. A lot of y'all want to get to that Larry Hoover topic about the snitching. I'm going to get to it, man. That's why there's a question mark there. I'm going to let y'all decide whether y'all think it's snitching or not. I already done see what a lot of people said in the comment section, but I'm going to get to that in a second. Shout out to Drew Jackson. I just seen you came in the building. Shout out to Tony Logan. See you in the building, too.
And it's like if I don't speak up and I don't tell my story and I don't shine light on this, bro, it's going to be people still signed to them that can't get out of these deals because people be scared to speak up. And I'm getting DMs and texts from fake investigators and people trying to call me and tell me that they know where I stay.
Shout out Sean M92 said, what up, Keep? What up to you? Alex Corbin says, even is served from Atlanta. Bless you and keep it 100 from ATL. Shout out ATL as well. So let me tell y'all something what's going down right now. So this girl, Biotopic, she signed a deal. Now she's trying to come out and expose how her deal is pretty much a slave deal. They won't let her do nothing at all and a whole lot of other wild, crazy stuff. But she's saying that people is telling her she better be careful with what she's saying about these labels because these labels is part of a bloodline that will get her gone. That's why she say fake detectives is calling her fake people, period. Hey, we know where you live at. You better stop talking about the label like that. You'll be gone in an instant if you keep on doing what you're doing. So she's getting all these type of threatening calls and all stuff like that. But She's coming out and saying that she's saying this simply because she want to help out other artists that may be in the type of same situation that she's in. And speaking of other artists in the same situation, next topic, I definitely got another artist that y'all may be familiar with. Maybe some of y'all aren't, but some of y'all should be familiar with him, and we'll talk about that. But anyways, let me read a couple of y'all comments from the comment section, see what y'all had to say about Shorty. And like I said, her name is Biotopic. I'd rather sign a key talk. Somebody said, I keep telling them, have your own lawyer, child. Definitely, but most rappers don't. Motherfuckers don't realize if you got a buzz big enough where labels calling, you might as well stay independent. Either stay independent, but also it's not bad to do business with labels, but you just have to do proper business, making sure you got some type of bargaining power. You know what I'm talking about? You can't just be all super happy that you about to sign and you just happy you about to sign. They got the money bag right here. You know what I'm talking about? You better get this big bag of money, but then you get the big bag of money, you're selling your rights away. You're pretty much selling your soul away. That's what selling your soul away is. It ain't really like, let me sell my soul to the devil. No, you ain't having no control over yourself. You're selling your names, your rights, and all that over for a big bag of money, which that's what it looks like Shorty did. And unfortunately, she is paying for it now, coming out crying. She says she's super depressed and a lot of stuff like that. Now, I will say, and I ain't even say that that's kind of out of line. But anyways, let's go ahead and get over to the next topic. Read some of the comments section, see what y'all saying in there. Mr. 512. All right, ATX in here. What's up? What's happening, ATX? I'm talking about Austin, Texas in the building. Also, I see Southwest Dice said they get along. Yeah, they do get along. So this is what happened. Whenever y'all see these rappers say, oh, I signed for $5 million or I signed for $10 million, that means that they have a $5 to $10 million loan that they have to pay back. But they don't just got to pay back the $5 million. They got to pay back the $5 million with interest. And the way the labels actually take their money back ain't the way that y'all think. I'm talking about they tax them for everything. Phone calls, plane rides, all type of stuff, right? So it is cool when you sign for a lot of money, but at times that ain't the best choice because you have to pay all that back with a big old loan. Think about this, right? Think of a record label as a bank. You know how you can go to the bank and the bank give you a loan, but you got to pay interest on that. Well, the interest that you have to pay back to the labels is way bigger than like a loan from a bank. So really they losing whenever that actually happens, right? Anyways, one quick says, Key Talk, singing anything if I can't buzz up on my own crap. Hey man, you got to do what you got to do, right? Maze said laughing at 10 million. 10 million is a big old advance. You know what I'm talking about? That's like some Drake numbers. But I think Drake got like 400 million on one of his deals. So, but you know, Drake gonna make that back. But anyways, now speaking of signing the deal and not being able to pay it back, we'll get to Hunxho. I know a lot of y'all adore Hunxho, and I say adore because he is like a singer, but he like a gangster rapper singer. Even though he don't really rap, he like a singer, but he like a gangster singer. You know what I'm talking about? But Hunxho, he's even having trouble with his label right now, and he's saying that they will not let him. Shout out to Live Hire for the follow, link for the follow. He's saying that they will not let him drop his album. They keep making him record more music. So here's what Hunxho had to say.
Been done, gang. But the label keep asking me to record more music. I'm done recording. I ain't even and I already got a million songs.
You're watching Key Talk Media.
The was last month, so we had to push it back because they keep asking me to record more music. I'm done recording music, gang. I'm trying to tell you folks this shit. I'm on some whole more shit.
Anyways, Live Higher said, glad to join your stream. Didn't know you did live. Yeah, this is actually episode 12. I've got 11 other lives that I've actually did. So look, another rapper, another singer, entertainer can't really drop no music. Why? Because of the label in them. Right now, a lot of people for Hunxho is like, man, they probably making you drop a whole lot of music because they plan on unaliving you. And then whenever they unalive you, they put your album out. And then, of course, when you dead, your streams go up. Anytime a rapper dies or any type of big event happens, they streams go up a whole lot and the labels make a whole lot of money. At the end of the day, for the labels, it's about the money. They could give a blue hell about the well-being of any of these rappers, right? That's why you got some of these rappers around here talking about how they own crack, they own meth, no defense to Kodak Black, and all this type of stuff like that, right? But either way it goes, that's what a lot of people are saying. The Hunxho, like for instance, the first comment says, Key, you keep saying once artists sign deals as a rap. It ain't about if they sign, it's about if they get a bad deal, like if they ain't got no bargaining power, right? That's because they got a bigger plot for him. Be safe, young man. That's somebody alluding to they're going to try to kill him. They want you to produce products so they can own all of and exhaust your creativity. And when you pass, they'll be able to still eat off you. So a lot of people is kind of catching on to some stuff that they think is actually going right. Liddy Jit said, glad motherfuckers waking up. Finally. Yeah, of course, people waking up. But at the end of the day, it's a big old system that nobody can actually beat. It is what it is. You can show 100% proof that some people be having some type of, what they were saying a while ago with the Empire label, they were saying that they was putting life insurance on people. You can even show proof of that if it was true. I don't know if that was true or not, but you can even show that and people will still sign, right? Because people, I don't really judge people that's really trying to sign a lot because they just trying to get out. You know what I'm talking about? And in order to make it out, sometimes you got to take some risks. You know what I'm talking about? Because it do work out very well for some people, but then it also don't work out well for a lot of other people. Anyways, now Larry Hoover's son has just came out and pretty much let everybody know, even though his father was released from the feds, pardon or got clemency from the feds, he still has to sit in jail for 200 years. What in the blue hell is going on? I'm gonna be real. I thought whenever Buddy got a clemency from the president, that he was just off the hook, off the chain, and ready to go. But still having to serve 200 years is insane. But his son is coming out and saying what everybody can do in order to get to the point to where his dad is actually free, even from them state charges, right? I'm gonna play that for y'all.
Explain to them that how Trump has freed him from the feds, but what's going on with the state?
Okay. Trump has freed my father from federal custody. But as I told people plenty times before, it's been a dual jurisdiction. So now the state has the opportunity to go get him. And what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to reach out to Governor Pritzker to let him know that my father would be a blessing to this city. And he could also leave the city if he needs him to leave. But we dealing with Pritzker, and he can go into state custody. And all he has to do is strike his pen and say that we don't need this geriatric old man. He served his time. Like he's not worried about leading any type of gang organization or running the streets. If he does anything for the streets, it would be
Explain to them.
Hold up. Yes. I see you said he got murder charge. He definitely got murder charge. That's what he had to serve that 200 years for. Now, listen to this, man. Listen. He did say that if they were to let Larry Hoover out of jail, he wouldn't be trying to run the streets in no gang. Listen, bro can't even run it. He's probably, I don't know if he's got to walk it out, but he's 75 years old. If they was to release him, do I honestly think that he will be able to do some type of helping? Maybe a small percent of helping, but I'm going to be real. The streets is so out of control, whether it's GDs, BDs, Bloods, Crips, all these different gangs. The YNs of today don't care nothing about OGs. You know what I'm talking about? They smacking OGs today. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't taking no orders from nobody at all. That's why so many different people is actually dying. But I think releasing him, when I say it could do some type of healing, I think a lot of people would be happy that he's actually out because he's old. He's 75. What do you call him? Geriatric or something like that? He's old and stuff like that. So it would be good to have him free just because of his age. But do I think that it'll be able to help out the community a lot? To be honest, honestly speaking, no. I do think a lot of older people that have so much respect, and some younger people as well. But the younger YNs, they got their own mind these days. I'm telling y'all, they ain't stopping from nothing. You know what I'm talking about? I wish you stop speaking on Larry. Tasha O'Neal. We're gonna get to that topic in just a second. You know what I'm talking about? I see a lot of people is upset with the snitch stuff, right? First of all, let me just tell you a little bit about that before we get to it, right? This is the first thing. Whack 100 actually put out a article where it speaks on what Larry Hoover. You know what? Let's just jump to that right now because it's a lot of y'all in here keep talking about that. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all really want to get to that. So let me just get to that real quick. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna skip over some of these other topics that we really got to get to today for sure. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to get to it right now, man. I get to it right now. So it's enough people in here as well. We almost are like 300, 340. So look, this is the main part on why it says, did Larry Hoover snitch with a question mark, right? Because there's a question mark, so that's a question for y'all to answer. So Whack 100 actually went and posted an article, and in this article, it literally explains, it's a photo paper explaining how Larry Hoover informed police after a gang battle took place. So I'm gonna read it to y'all. Yes, everybody hit that like button. You know what I'm talking about? I'm about to go ahead and read it to y'all. It's somebody say, man, we don't want to hear what Whack 100 he gotta say about the folk. I mean, this the thing about it though. Although a lot of people may not like Whack 100, he comes with a lot of information, and a lot of the information be proven in the courts. I don't know how Whack 100 get everything from the courts and stuff like that. He got a whole team. He says he got spies everywhere, right? And they're able to get that. So I'm going to read it to y'all, and y'all let me know what y'all believe, right? And also in the comment section, we'll read that as well, because then y'all can see what y'all had to say there too. But anyway, so it says, Parker High School, located at 6800 Stewart Avenue, was the scene of a youth gang battle on September 4th, 1968. What in the blue hell is going on? So this article It's from literally 1968, right? I'm in the middle with all this. I don't care about nothing at all. I just care about getting the information out to y'all. So I'm gonna read it to y'all. It says a leader of the Supreme Gang gangsters, of course, Larry Hoover, 18-year-old Larry Hoover. So this is when Larry Hoover was 18 years old. It says Larry Hoover of 6853 Green Street informed the police that he was standing in the school hall. He just outside of the principal's office when two members of the East Side Disciples appeared. These boys, James Highsmith, age 18 years old, at 653, I don't know why they put their addresses in the newspaper way back then, 6534 Emerald Avenue, and Leonard Longstreet, age 20, at 633 West 62nd Street, were not students at Park High School. However, related that the two walked past me in the hall, and I guess they're saying this is what Hoover said, the two walked past me in the hall, and Highsmith smiled. The Longstreet said, "Burn him." Of course, y'all know that means shoot him. Highsmith pulled the gun and started shooting. I got hit. So I guess Larry Hoover actually got hit. Bullets also struck two bystanders. Mildred at age 15, then her address, I'm not going to say it. Louise Jackson at age 15. It says all three Parker High students were hit in the leg and were rushed to the St. Bernard's Hospital for treatment. Only minutes after the shooting, police officer arrested James Highsmith and Leonard Longstreet. At the time of the Parker High School battle, Longstreet and Highsmith were at a Liberty on bond waiting on trial on two separate shootings that occurred earlier in the summer. At the same time, the police also arrested 17-year-old Gregory Williams, and of course his street address, who was carrying a pistol in a Parker High School bar. They was getting active over there in the Chirac. God dang. Continues and it says Williams was a member of the Supreme Gangsters. A Cook County grand jury subsequently returned the indictment, which charged James Highsmith and Leonard Longstreet with aggravated battery on Larry Hoover. Preliminary hearings on the case were held. So listen, this is pretty much the document that Wack posted. They got a lot of people scratching their head like, dang, did he tell or did he not? Personally, y'all want to know the truth? I don't care at all. This is from 1968. I'm just here to report the news. I don't have no personal connection to these people. These people can do whatever they want to do. I'm just here to report the news to y'all. You know what I'm talking about? And however y'all take it to the people that did whatever, y'all can deal with that yourselves. But anyways, if I take it to the comment section, the first comment says, nigga ain't letting nobody slide. Does snitching count when you're in high school? This definitely was in high school. So I have to ask y'all, does it actually count as snitching whenever you're in high school? So yes, it says that Larry Hoover was actually shot. Yes, it says he told them who actually did it. They ended up going to court, all this type of stuff like that. But this was all inside of a high school. So I'm thinking they probably had cameras everywhere as well, and they would be able to catch them anyways. But the street rules are the street rules. You know what I'm talking about? There's a whole lot of wild, crazy street rules. Somebody legit said, I'm Crip, but I'm noticing the trend. Anything or anybody pushing positivity, Wack always try to assassinate their character. Big Boo, oh, wow. I was going to say all that. But like I say, I'm just here to report the news, say what's out, and this is the latest thing that was actually posted. It got a lot of people, you know what I'm talking about, saying what they're going to say. Somebody else said he the police. Duh. Wack for sure, them boys, too. NBA YB2. So, I don't know about all that. I would have to see the actual paperwork and actually be able to read it to y'all. Like I say, somebody says 2025. It is 2025, and this definitely is from 1968. But like I say, man, the street rules. But anyways, so the next comment says, I'm going to say this once and one time only. Wack better leave that man alone. He's opening a can of worms that he wants nothing to do with. I'm telling you now. So a lot of people is like, it don't matter what this is saying. I see a hell of a lot of people telling Wack to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm talking about? You already know. Big Paru business, Wack 100 is always going to speak his mind and say whatever he want to say and just deal with whatever consequences going to come after that. You know what I'm talking about? So the next comment says, that man been in jail longer than some people been alive. The internet done made grown men turn into TMC. That man 80 years old. Let him make it. We don't care. Welcome home, Larry. Black on black. I love it. Does anyone have paper on Wack? Also, this old FYI, the nation been on this. So it says, but it's one of them rules wasn't established yet, so it ain't count situation. So somebody said that the nation, the gang and stuff that Larry Hoover represented already knew about this incident that actually happened to him in high school, but they said that the rules wasn't established yet. So it's kind of like that situation. Like it ain't no rules yet. So, you know, so we look past that right there. And like I said, that's why I say, I'm going to explain to y'all what it means when it said, did he snitch with the little question mark? And then y'all just have to, you know, to y'all self, whether he snitched or not. You know what I'm talking about? I'm reading the comment section right now to see what y'all talking about. Tell No Lie said, boy said cameras in 1960. Oh, yeah, 1968. He told while being a gang leader at 18. That's crazy work. He's like, he was voted off Peru 2 months ago. Oh, I don't know, fam. Like I say, I don't know who was voted off or none of that. All I know is the news that's coming out. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling y'all that so y'all can pretty much discuss it, right? Anyway, so now as far as Antoine Massey, y'all know it's 2 of them dudes left that's on the run from the escape, right? Derrick Groves, who I think will be the last one, and I do think whenever they catch Derrick Groves, he gonna go out with a bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm talking about? But not only Derrick Groves, Antoine Massey. Antoine Massey, his aunt came out and she's going off on everybody. She's, in a way, she's kind of blaming the public for Antoine Massey. She's saying that he's been portrayed as a monster because of the charges that he got, because he's escaped jail already. This is like his 4th time escaping jail. So she said, yes, he's a problem child, but you know, it ain't his fault. So I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. Y'all can hear what she's saying. Y'all tell me if y'all think it's his fault or not, right? Anyways, here she goes. This is Antoine Massey, and let me see y'all a picture of him.
I'm the matron.
Hold up. So that's Antoine Massey. That's the one I'm talking about that doesn't escape. And this is his aunt going off on everybody.
I'm the only one that can speak up right now because I'm the matron of this family right now. My mama is too sick for this. My daddy too old for this. And my sister, she the last one y'all want to hear from right now. But this right here pertains to Antoine Massey. If you don't have no type of consideration for our family, bruh, I get it. I understand. I can't control social media. I cannot control what people do on here. And Lord, forgive me for cursing because I'm not even that type of broad no more. I done buried her a long time ago. But right now, our family is going through. You is opening up old things that we are trying to bury.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna play the rest of the video, but just out there, she said that we opening up old wounds that they trying to bury. I gotta keep it 100. The person that's actually opening up the old wounds is Antoine Massey because he's the one that actually decided to escape prison for the 4th time. All we doing and the world is doing is just looking onto it and seeing everything that's going on and actually talking about it. Y'all talking about we didn't tell Buddy the escape prison. He did it 4 times and he has to suffer the consequences of what his own actions actually did. Right now, I do understand the family is probably definitely going through it, and Antoine Massey is probably scared out of his mind as well because he knows he's a wanted man. Who wouldn't be scared? You done escape prison, but there had to be something he had thought about before he did it, and you got to know what's gonna go on. You know what I'm talking about? What's gonna happen if you get caught? So with that being said, let me finish what she got to say.
We are trying to bury them. Y'all making my nephew out to be a monster. He is not a monster. Is Antoine a problem child? Of course. Anybody who know us know that. Has Antoine been a problem since they won? The only one that can speak. Need for y'all to lift this family up in prayer. To tell us where y'all at, man. Do y'all want to relive this again? Y'all still ain't healed from my brother death. Y'all still ain't healed from his death. And y'all gonna watch this go down in national TV, bro. I'm trying not to get upset because I've been crying all day and
Anyways, I ain't got to play the whole video. Shorty going off right now, right? She want everybody to stop painting Antoine Massey as just this horrible person. He's going to be painted that because he's currently on the run after escaping prison, allegedly made the maintenance man help him get escaped, all this type of stuff, right? So you can't stop the national news. You definitely can't stop social media. Actually, people, more than people painting him as a monster, people is really betting on who's going to get caught first. People got parlays. People got some money on Antoine Massey. And I ain't talking about on his head. I'm talking about to see if he's going to be the next person to get caught enough to try to make some real deal money. That's really what a lot of people are waiting on. And actually, most of the comments that I've seen about Antoine Massey is people actually saying that they hope he don't get caught because they understand how his childhood was and all this stuff like that, right? But either way it goes, man, let me take you to the comments and see what y'all had to say. The first comment says, I feel her. That's her nephew. So, of course, she's coming like this. I understand that. No accountability. Sad part is she's probably telling the truth, but the nigga too far gone now. Who cares? You blaming everybody but Antoine. Not holding him accountable is probably the reason he's in the situation that he's in. I can definitely say a lot of people that ain't held accountable of their own actions that they decide to actually do, they do end up effing up in life and then never taking accountability for themselves. And then, of course, the people who should have been holding them accountable for a lot of the stuff that they was doing, they feel they're doing that too. Now, I don't know if that's this situation, but like I said, I'm just going off that comment right there. The next person say, Mama, get your ass off the internet. The internet definitely ain't the place that you want to go to and cry. You know what I'm talking about? The internet is ruthless. The internet is heartless. People going to get on the internet and say whatever the blue hell they want to say. So the next comment says, let's go. Key Talk 210 watching, only 40 likes. That math ain't math. That's what I'm saying, man. I need all of y'all to hit that like button. We got like 300 viewers in here, so I need all of y'all to hit the like button while I'm talking right now as I get to this next project or the next subject for us. Anyway, so now, side of the whole Antoine Massey, well, actually, a little bit more news about Antoine Massey. They've actually upped the reward from $20,000 to $50,000. Now, I said they just raised the reward money to $50K per person. Y'all probably won't actually get the $50K. They be capping about that. A lot of people that turn people in don't actually end up getting whatever the reward money is. Why? I don't know. At the end, they be like, well, you didn't do it this way. You didn't call these people and all this stuff like that. But that's $50K. You know what I'm talking about? Do I think that's going to help people want to turn them in? I think there's people that would already snitch on them. Like Antoine Massey's girlfriend was already trying to rat him out and snitch him out. But like I said, she ended up in some type of trouble. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? They're going to raise the price, whatever they got to raise it to in order for these dudes to get caught. But like I say, man, Derrick Rose is just super smooth to me. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think he really just going to get caught up like that. Anyway, so it does look like some footage and also some audio from the night Megan Thee Stallion was shot by some witnesses. Now, some people are saying this is new footage. Some people is actually saying that this footage was already out, but there's a eyewitness who literally tells the cops, I saw the shooting, I saw what happened. A girl shot at Megan Thee Stallion, and then a guy got out the car. I guess he was trying to settle down the argument. Right now, they're going to have to go against Roc Nation, like I always say, but I'm going to go ahead and play it for y'all, and I want to get y'all's opinion on this, right?
The doors of the Escalade open, and the girl come out and pull open the passenger door and started screaming and yelling at somebody in the car.
So the girl who came out of the passenger, you're talking about the front passenger?
No, the rear.
The rear passenger. So the girl comes out of the rear passenger and she goes to the front passenger?
Yeah.
So you see the girl doing the shooting?
So right here, he said the officer asked him because the guy was like, yeah, I saw a girl shoot. And then he said, so you saw a girl doing the shooting, and this was his response.
I see what appears to be the girl standing here and shooting into the car. That's what it looked like to me. But it was dark, and I'm above, so... But then the guy gets out again from the back.
Anyway, so with that, of course, you got a lot of people on there scratching their head again. You know what I'm talking about? Looking at Meg scratching their head again, like, listen, now somebody that witnessed it from above saying they saw the girl shoot and then the guy hop out the car. Here's what I'm going to say. You can't really mistake Tory Lanez hopping out the car if you don't know he the girl or the guy, because Tory Lanez is so short, you know what I'm talking about? You always gonna know, because that's a little short man right there, you know what I'm talking about? But anyway, like I say, man, with all this evidence that's in, they still got to go against Roc Nation. Roc Nation gonna hold it down through thick and thin. I think Roc Nation lawyers actually have already came out and responded to this, and they said, hey, man, this is old news. This was already actually in court. Now, I don't recall hearing this what actually this is inside the court. And I think there's a video that's actually out as well, and also a picture of Megan Thee Stallion's feet is going viral because they're saying that, hey, listen, there's no bullet wounds on her feet, right? Actually, let me go see if I can find that. Normally I wouldn't put nobody's feet up on here, but I'm gonna show y'all her feet. I guess this is her feet whenever she was actually inside of the hospital, just for y'all to see it, and y'all can let me know and tell me if it looks like there's any type of injuries on her foot. Now, there was a video that's actually going viral as well, and on that video, it does show Megan Thee Stallion saying that she wasn't shot, and she also said that she stepped on glass, and that's where the blood actually came from. But did I see that video? I did see that video. Let me see if I can find a picture of the feet. I don't actually see it. I know it was posted. Let me see if I can get it over here. Hold on, y'all. But anyways, let me know in the comment section, do y'all think Tory actually did it or not? I think they deleted. Okay, here goes the video. So this is the clip of Shorty's feet. Like I say, normally I wouldn't put nobody's feet up on here, you know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is. I got to show y'all this just the news. CEO Fresh is my boy. Legit said Roc Nation putting on that work is coming. Yeah, Roc Nation don't play no type of games at all. Somebody else said, don't play with Larry. I'm not playing with Larry. Listen, I don't care if Larry Hoover did or didn't do it. You know what I'm talking about? Free buddy. He's 75 years old. I don't think he can cause no more harm, no more damage. So go ahead and let him up out of there. You know what I'm talking about? But at the same time, it's just with the streets. The streets got to decide whether they think what they think or not, right? I showed y'all the whatever the paperwork said or whatever like that. Y'all do y'all own decisions on all that. I don't have no super deep, long connection with these people. You know what I'm talking about? I did report the news. But anyways, here goes Megan Thee Stallion's feet. Of course, people were saying that they don't really see any blood, but there definitely is some blood on it because she definitely did step inside a glass. However, they're saying they don't see bullet wounds. I don't see bullet wounds either. But like I said, I don't know if there was a fragment in the foot or whatever it could have been. I see you say Dallas. D. Corain Drake says Dallas. Yeah, man. Shout out to Dallas. I'm in Dallas right now as we speak. I'm talking about Bun Wayne says dang their feet big than a I mean, I ain't talking about. I ain't gonna let y'all judge on her feet and stuff like that. She is from Texas too, though, so you know what I'm talking about. We got love for Texas. But anyways, listen, man, we just gonna have to see how it goes with the whole Tory Lanez. But I will tell y'all, Tory Lanez got some real powerful people behind it. I know Meg got Rock Nation, but Tory Lanez got a Jewish lady. And one thing I know about the Jewish people, they stick together. Not only do they stick together, they get things done for their people and the people that they actually believe in, right? Anyways, now let's get it over to not only Cardi B, but also her ex, who goes by the name of Offset. Listen, bro, Offset done pulled the Uno reverse card. Now, we already know typically how it goes. The people get married, they have a baby, they divorce, and the woman gets spousal support or child support from the man. But this time, Offset said, hold on. Man, listen, I don't care what the public gonna say. You know what I'm talking about? Give me some money. Offset has now filed for spousal support from Cardi B. Now, I believe there's a full report about that. I definitely want to read about it. You know what I'm talking about? So it says, Offset, forget Bodak Yellow. I'm only interested in green. Ask for spousal support in Cardi B's divorce. Now, will he get it or not? I don't know, but this is definitely entertaining, right? He says Offset's not willing to give up his bad and bougie lifestyle, and he's asking the court to ensure his estranged wife, Cardi B, helps him maintain it. The rapper filed an amended divorce response earlier this month in which he's now asking that Cardi B pay him spousal support. He does not request a specific amount in the document. The rest of the requests look relatively unchanged because Offset's still asking for joint custody of their child, and he wants Cardi B's place to serve as the primary residence of the kids. So, with that being said, fam, I'm going to be 100. I ain't never had to put nobody on spousal support, so I don't really even know how it works. I don't know how they're going to decide how much Cardi B would have to pay or how much Offset will receive if he even gets approved for this. I'm going to be real. I'm so used to the man being the one getting put on child support and not the women. I feel like in my head, they're going to be like, nah, we ain't going to put her on it. We're going to put you on it. But I don't think they would actually do it like that. I'm just used to seeing a man get that. But either way it go, man, I want to take to the comments and see what y'all had to say. The first comment says, salute King. The city boys are up. A lot of people laughing. A lot of people going to laugh at this because they ain't used to the men having to do it. But I will tell y'all, we definitely in a new age, time, and era because people ain't actually clowning him about this. People in the comment section is actually happy that he's doing it. Legit said, laughing at Bunton. I was just saying that it was on my head. Yes. Oh, the next comment says, she do make more than him, though. I guess she does if he's the one filing for it. But I'm pretty sure he still got some paper in him, too. But although he probably had to pay that labor back a whole lot of money. I guess he feel her new man can help pay. I don't know. This could be a social experiment. I bet he don't get it. Of course he did. She been said he was broke. Well, hey, listen, man. But I do think like, celebrity broke is different than regular person broke at times, depending on who the celebrity is, though. You know what I'm talking about? Because I don't think all these niggas is rich. I don't think all the rappers is rich either. You know what I'm talking about? I know too much about they have to pay back and how the labels work. The label's main goal is to keep rappers in the red. You know what I'm talking about? Where they got to pay back, and that just be what it is, right? To be cheating and mistreatment, etc., then want spouse support is crazy. Listen, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care if he get it or not, but I just want y'all to know that Buddy definitely tried to get it. You know what I'm talking about? They did say that the city boys up. Legit said, my bad, Key. We still on Megan feet, bro. Nah, it's all good, bro. Talk about the feet how you want. You know what I'm talking about? Like I say, I'm just personally ain't gonna just stick on one type for a whole long time, but y'all talk about what y'all want to talk about. You know what I'm talking about? It is what it is whenever it comes to that. But anyway, let me see what else we got on the menu for today. Bossman DLow. So a little while ago, you know what I'm talking about, a film boy came out and pretty much said that Bossman DLow was trying to dig inside of his guts, but Bossman DLow wanted to do it for free. So Buddy came out and pretty much said, hey, listen, man, these the texts, everything y'all need to know. Your man's, your favorite rapper, if y'all like him or not, is pretty much trying to dig in my guts. But then he doubled back and said he was lying. When he said he was lying, a lot of people did say, man, listen, Buddy must have paid some hush money. Little did you know that the film boy was about to double back today, and he actually posted something that says, thank you, bae, and then he said hush money. So now he's insinuating that Bossman DLow actually paid him some hush money to shut the fuck up. Now, of course, if you got the hush money, what? in a blue hell are you still talking? Now, I ain't gonna cap, Bossman DLow gonna have to drop that bag. You know what I'm talking about? Now, he gonna have to not talk about dropping the bag, though, because Buddy ain't finna, you know what I'm talking about? I don't think the film boy gonna be dropping the bag. He probably gonna go snitch or tell. But hey, man, listen, I don't know if this gonna damage Bossman DLow career or not. Honestly, this is what I say, bro. Just honestly speaking, I feel like people are going to say something online and it's going to last for about 2 weeks. Well, it may last longer than that, but I want to say 2-3 weeks, right? And then it'll be on to the next topic, man. A lot of stuff online don't last for a whole long time. They just talk about it for a little bit and then they get on to the next topic or the next story. But this is definitely a big story. Now, I said, do y'all believe it or do y'all think Buddy clout chasing? The first comment says, hey, why the last pick? I hate my boy named DLow right now. Big old cap. I can't believe people even believe this. And we got content. The damage already been done. So they said the damage already been done. And a lot of people say he capping though, which he definitely could be capping. What y'all saying out here in the comments? Let me see. CEO Fred says in the blue hell. What in a blue hell? A Global Fam TV said we're gonna smoke whack. Ooh. Say we're gonna smoke wet. Tell No Lie says Big Toe got granddaddy lean on it. Golly, y'all still on shorty feet. You know what I'm talking about? Which I bet her toenails cut through butter. Dang them to, oh good lord, y'all down there talking a whole lot of noise right now. But anyways, man, while y'all talking about the toes, let me see what the next topic of today is. We just went over the Bossman DLow topic. We don't know, maybe the film boy is just capping, maybe he ain't capping. You know what I'm talking about? But either way it goes, shorty wants some money. What that is? All right, hey, listen. Then this is a clip I just saw right now. I guess some dude, y'all know the rapper Mozzie, but somebody from Mozzie's block, and somebody told me also that he put this dude on his album, like just as an intro or something like that, because he came out begging for some money. I guess dude is from the same block as Mozzie. He like, listen, Mozzie, you know, I'm from your same block, you know, so we both from the concrete. Why am I still having to work if you having all this paper and signed for $5 million? What in the blue hell is going on? Listen, I don't like lazy people. The one type of people that I don't like is people that complain a lot and people that I see as lazy. I try my best to stay away from those people at all costs. Why? Because I work very hard and I don't want to be around no lazy people in my circle, none of that at all. But anyways, let me play what Buddy had to say, man. Anyway, so Buddy don't want to work. I guess Buddy want Mozzie to just fund his whole lifestyle of what he want to do. I guess his crib, getting money there, getting money here. You never want nobody around that just don't want to work at all. Or maybe he just want Mozzie to give him a job because he did say something that kind of lit my mind up, right? So after he said that why he's still working, he then doubled back and said, you know, not only are we from the same place, but people treating me weird, which shows that maybe they had some type of connection in the past. Maybe this ain't a situation where this just a dude that's from his block that just wants some paper from him. I guess it was a guy from the past. Life of Rico the Dunn. Shout out to you, my boy. I actually gave you a shout out today whenever I started the video. You know what I'm talking about? I went and got a burger today, and your wife said you'd be tapped into the show, and I definitely want to give a salute. I promised that I would shout you out, and I definitely did that. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so, you know, with that being said, yeah, so everybody gotta get on that grind, bro. I don't like lazy people at all, you know what I'm talking about? But like I said, I don't know their story though. But if we take it to the comment section, see what y'all had to say about it. The first comment says, Mozzie put his Cash App name as the name of the first song, and the audio from his video is the actual track on his last album, which is his best so far. So this is good. Mozzie heard what Buddy said, and he then tried to help him out by putting this dude's Cash App on Mozzie's album to help this dude out get some money. So that's all Mozzie can do, you know what I'm talking about? Everything else from there, you take that money, invest it, and go get your own paper, you know what I'm talking about? Anyways, the next comment says, yeah, bro, gotta get and stay away from these type of people. Yeah, this dude right there sound like he ready to backdoor something, you know what I'm talking about? The next comment says, Mozzie got a skit on this album. Huh? And then, no, not broke and a crybaby. His money isn't your money, boy. Stop. No hustle, no hands. So, you know, it be like that sometimes, you know what I'm talking about? But anyways, let me see, is there anything else that we got to talk about today? I think we pretty much covered just about everything today. Of course, we already talked about Cardi B now, the 50K, they done raised it on the inmates. Of course, Antoine Massey. We talked about Hunxho. Okay. Before we end it, I got to close it by saying this. As far as the Larry Hoover go, we did go over the Larry Hoover topic. They got a lot of y'all pissed off because, of course, Wack 100 posted the paperwork. Now, Wack 100, they come out and say, hey, this guy's a rat or a snitch. He just posted paperwork, which got the internet automatically thinking, okay, it says that he told when he was 18. It was in high school, right? So at the end of the day for y'all, if a leader of a gang is in high school and something happens, like a shooting happens at the high school, like it happened with them, and that leader is 18 and he tells, okay, this person shot, is that considered snitching? Like I told y'all, I don't care at all. I don't care about none of that. Larry Hoover can do whatever the blue hell he want to do. Hopefully Buddy able to get out because he's 75 years old. I don't have no personal attachment to this. I don't idolize none of these people y'all see me covering. I just cover it all. You know what I'm talking about? I don't idolize these people, man. I'm an alien. I be in my own world. I ain't watched TV in like 9 years. I be in my own little world 24/7. You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, I know y'all have a deep connection, especially to Larry Hoover, especially to the GDs. And shout out to the GDs. I have no issue with the GDs at all. Shout out to y'all. I do hope that it can be less violence and it can get to that growth and development phase and y'all can get back on track. Maybe Larry Hoover get out here, be able to help the GDs, BDs back together and stuff like that. I know a whole lot of bodies done dropped and a lot of people spending for their dead homies, dead friends, stuff like that. But maybe him being released will help that out. So y'all do what y'all got to do. Like I said, maybe if the GDs and the BDs that are currently killing each other can somehow unite, it'll show the government, dang, well, they're doing some type of positive change, and that would actually help Larry Hoover. But if y'all can't somehow come together and not be killing each other, then it's still going to look bad on Larry Hoover. Because remember, even when Larry Hoover was trying to change to something more positive, the court system came out and said, nah, they're out killing each other right now, and they're killing each other because of you. So that was one of the big factors on why they actually even kept Larry Hoover, right? Anyway, so let me take to the comment section, see what some of y'all got to say. Life of Rico the Don said, oh, Maple and Motors Burgers, let's keep it grinding, fam. I don't know why I didn't get I don't know why they didn't send out a notification either. Rico might have to subscribe again. Oh, yeah. If you aren't getting the notifications, you have to unsubscribe and then subscribe again, and then they should be able to send you the notifications. Also, I need everybody to hit that like button. I'm reading a couple of the comments before I actually close out the video for the day. The next comment says, respectfully, but the name is DLow. Yeah, the name definitely is DLow, and it just ain't looking good with that topic what's going on. But maybe the film boy just capping. You know what I'm talking about? I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. And also, I do believe a lot of rappers, even gangster rappers, are bi. I think there's initiations all inside the music entertainment industry, period, though. So, I mean, it is what it is. MacTon6 says, he ain't snitched, bruh. Who got locked up? Who he snitch on? Did them people do time? Well, they did say that the person went to court and pretty much got in trouble for the shooting. But like I say, I don't care. That is what it is, bro. Ace WCR says, W Key Talk. Major says, especially to Bossman DLow. I love him. Hope it's not true. His music is cold. I think we live in a day and age to where if you make some hard music, people don't really care about nothing. Like, if that was to come out and be true, I think it wouldn't actually, because think about it. It came out and people were saying that Gunna was a snitch. Gunna's numbers went up and they still going up. He's no longer YSL. He's still going up. It's not really affecting him. YSL Woody literally did snitch, right? On a rapper that was beloved named Young Thug. He got out, made a whole lot more money whenever people figured out that he actually was a snitch than before he was a snitch. Bought all type of cars, all that, right? So we're in a very different time in the world right now. Here I'm talking about, I know hip hop is like street based and stuff like that, but a lot of the street rules really don't apply on the internet. You know what I'm talking about? If you can just entertain some people, then you're gonna make a whole lot of paper, a whole lot of money. You know what I'm talking about? So you ain't even gotta, if you can just be entertaining, that's all the internet want, right? Anyways, I'm read a couple more comments, then I'm gonna go ahead and close it out for today. Bunton Wayne said, DLow must done stop paying Illuminati or something. Bubba Max 91, yo, what it do, man? Yeah, you just came. We really about to close it up right now, y'all talking about, but I'm happy you was able to make it to the last part of the live. A major haha, he can't be gay. He's full of games. It's crazy. Anyway, so last person say, how Larry Hoover snitch and he been locked up. And listen, this is what it said. Wack 100 posted something, and in the clip that he posted in the news article, and like I say, Wack didn't even say he's a snitch or nothing like that. He just posted the article, right, with no title, no nothing. But it said at the age of 18, Larry Hoover was shot inside of his school. And what happened was the guy that pretty much he let them know what happened. Those guys ended up having to go to court, getting inside of some trouble because they shot multiple people too. So even if he didn't just witness it, those people still would have got in trouble because they did other things. But of course, the street rules is the street rules. Y'all say any type of talk to the police about any type of crime is considered snitching. Some actually, it's different. It ain't just no street rules. First of all, the rules are always bent, turned around, and always adjusted depending on if they like the person or not. Personally, me, I don't care at all. I want y'all to understand that I could give a blue hell about most of the stuff that I be over here talking about. I don't idolize these people. I don't care what these people do. I'm just here to give y'all the news. I'm me and I worry about me. You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, either way it goes, Let me read this last comment, then I'm going to actually close it out this time. Black community shouldn't be celebrating degenerates that violate the well-being of our community. This is painful. Well, I think they're celebrating Larry Hoover because, well, first of all, I will say, yes, a lot of degenerates do get a lot of praise and recognition inside of the black community. Can't lie about that. Got to keep it 100. But also, Larry Hoover did try to turn things to growth and development. He did try to make a positive change, and I do think that's a lot of people on why why a lot of people is actually into him. Somebody said Larry spoke on the video already. Well, maybe he did speak on it. I don't know, but he was 18. Somebody did say that his community and his gang already knew about what he had did, but the rules wasn't set then. So he was okay. They just looked over there, right? And he was a leader anyways. I'm talking about the next comment says, Lil Larry spoke on the video. Facts. Can't spell the Jews without says, hey, Key, stay going ham with the blogging. Other blogs fools if they think they on fire with the info like you, my boy. Shout out to you. I'm talking about Juice, J.U. Marcel Brooker says, your title say Larry Snitch. You must not be from the cheap bait talk to talk. Okay, listen, I've already explained this 1,000 times. You got to go back in the video if you want to see exactly what it says. And also, there's a question mark on there, which means it's a question, right? Which means it's an open-ended question. It leaves it up to y'all to make y'all decision on what y'all actually heard. I don't care at all. I don't care if he snitched, if he didn't snitch. I don't care. I don't idolize these people. MacTown6 says, Mimi, shut your goofy ass up. Y'all beefing in the comment section. Mimi says, the positive change doesn't account for the harm that was already done. Okay, I ain't, talking about everybody have their own opinion on whatever they want to say. And yes, I'm not from Chicago, so I don't know what type of damage that it's done actually had in Chicago. I do know there's a lot of killing going on in Chicago. I do know that the gangs have grown their own branches and spread around all across the United States, probably the world, but I want to say the United States for sure. And it is a whole lot of killing that's going on. Yeah, I'm okay with taking accountability for the black community and what's happening within the black community, whether it's the negative parts or the positive parts. Yes, it is a whole lot of rampant gangs going around and everybody got bags on their head. A lot of people dying, a lot of people killing. It is. I ain't gonna cap about that. It is what it is. Sometimes you listen to the music, you can hear it. But at the same time, maybe there's a chance for things to get better and come together. I'm talking about Key Talk, ain't it? No judge. He don't care. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care at all. Just give me some content and some entertaining stuff that I can talk about. I'm talking about the last thing I want y'all to ever think that I do is idolize anybody. I don't idolize nobody. I'm not a follower. I'm a self-thinker for myself. What I'm talking about? That's why when y'all say certain stuff, we may even go arguing in the comment section. That don't mean I don't rock with y'all, but I have my own mind, and it's very hard to get my mind to go where I don't want it to go. What I'm talking about? I don't care if this, I don't care about all that. I'm talking about? But anyways, Marcel says, so it's just content. For me, of course, all this is content. What in the blue hell? You think I really care if Larry Hoover snitched in 1968? Nigga, I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about the people that went to jail for it after the snitching that actually happened. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just here to listen. I'm eating popcorn, watching all the stories. I don't even know the full story about Larry Hoover. I know the story of Larry Hoover, but I don't know the full story. I don't go detail by detail of all these people and okay, let me know this and this and this and this, unless I'm trying to do a documentary. If I'm going to do a documentary, then I'm going to know everything that I need to know. But I'm not just like this super fanned out person that just knows every single minute detail of every single person. I don't care about all that, fam. Now, if something come across my desk and it's entertaining, that's when my eyes open, my ears go up, and I'm entertained by it. But other than that, it is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? So if you ever see me say, hey, they say this person is snitch, just know I don't care at all. And it is what it is. But anyways, let me go ahead and end the video for the day. This was episode 12. He said, nigga be talking like Chicago tough, man. Nigga be talking like Chicago like Chicago tough. I ain't gonna count for for anybody to say that people talk like a particular place is tough, let me just keep it 100. Every single place in the United States, I don't care if y'all think it's sweet, I don't care if y'all think it's just too suburban, has a hood. For the last time, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I lived in the hoods of Dallas, Texas, all the way to the age of 13 years old. At the age of 13 years old, my mama got Section 8 and got us up out the hood. I'm talking about I lived in North Dallas, I done lived in Bunts, I done lived all over, South Dallas, all that stuff, right? But at the age 13, we got out the hood and we got to the suburbs, but we still weren't rich. We was on Section 8, so they was, the government was helping us out. I'm a Section 8 baby. I was born at Parkland Hospital, Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, even over there when I moved out of the hood over onto more of the outskirts, those were the suburbs, let me tell you this, fool, it's still a spot even over there where it's gangsta at. Why? Because a lot of the people that was from the hoods would get moved out here because of Section 8, and they will sometimes be in their own little area. I'm telling you, all places got stuff, people that stealth, people that's spinning, people that's going to kill and do whatever. It's a hood every single word you can imagine. So you can't never underestimate nobody, think somebody's sweet just because they from over here or they from over there. You know what I'm talking about? Even if somebody that may be sweet, I'm pretty sure they still got family members that's with that. You know what I'm talking about? Either way it goes. So I never judge nobody just based off, okay, I do judge people. I ain't going to count. It is what it is. I got to keep it 100. But at the same time, I don't judge them to the point to where I think they won't try to do no harm, because I feel like with the opportunity, anybody would do some type of harm. You know what I'm talking about? So with that being said, it is what it is. I definitely enjoyed y'all. This was episode 12. I'm gonna try to do episode 13 tomorrow. Some of y'all said, am I gonna get a set schedule? I don't know if I'll get a set schedule, but I do know that I'm gonna keep this going. I'm talking about. Salute to y'all. Hit that like button for me. Chicago niggas just tough in their city. That's what somebody said. That sounds like something Charleston White be saying. Actually, it is something Charleston White be saying. Hey, listen, also, I wanna say this as well. As far as Charleston White goes, I don't think we'll ever see another Charleston White again. Y'all got to really think about this. Charleston White came out, went against every single gang possible. He still goes state to state into these gangs' territories. First of all, let's go way, way, way back. This is before Charleston White was even popping. I'm from Dallas, so and even from Fort Worth, they're like 30 minutes away, if that, everywhere you driving. It depends on how fast you're going, right? Charleston White actually was going at the people inside of his own city, which is Fort Worth, Texas. If y'all know Fort Worth, Texas, they call Fort Worth the murder because a lot of people be dying, spinning, and they got a big super gang culture. So Charleston White was even going at people at his own surroundings first, and he never really got touched. Well, he did get touched one time in a barbershop when he was asleep. Somebody hit him on the head with a gun. But aside from that, I'm talking about, there's videos of him standing on top of a car going at a whole crowd of people. But that's not to say that nobody's weak or nothing like that. That's just to say that not everybody gonna be able to do what he did. I ain't gonna cap. He dissed what he say. He dissed Nipsey, dissed the whole Cali. Then he went to Cali and said, "Hey, I'm in a hotel right now." So I mean, I don't know, fam. It is what it is. Different people got different things. But I'm gonna tell you right now, don't try to do what Charleston White did. I know it's another dude that's blowing up right now, and he's saying F all the gangs. But if you're gonna say F all the gangs, you got to go as far as Charleston did. You got to go to where they from. You got to go to their hoods. You got to go to everywhere, because I still see Charleston going to all the hoods around the U.S. and people is saluting him, showing love to him. Why? Because a lot of stuff that he said may sound bad, may sound mean, but if you really think about a lot of stuff he done said, now I can't say everything, because the stuff about Lil Runny daughter, of course, that like touched my soul, because I feel like I'm connected to Lil Runny and Go Yo them. They helped me out a whole lot, so that that hurt my heart. But a lot of the stuff that Trash Talking Charles actually say has a lot of meaning to it. And I actually understand and know that he actually did help out the community. Like, before all this fame and stuff that y'all see with Charleston, I'm going to keep it 100. I even sent Charleston some paper before he was famous because of his youth organization, just to help out the youth. Like, I was sending because he was actually helping out. He actually does help out the community. So even though he be with Aiden Ross now, he got them coming down. And Aiden Ross is Jewish, got a lot of paper, a lot of money, one of the biggest streamers in the world. And he even got them coming down to the hood to actually help out, start with the boys' neighborhood and stuff like that. So even though he says a lot of wild, crazy, mean, demonic at times, because he says he's showing a mirror to the world on how the rappers do inside of their music when they talking about spinning and killing and stuff like that, he definitely has and do help out the community. So, with that being said, let me read a couple more y'all comments. Some of the toughest niggas with a gun get behind bars and start giving up pussy. That's true. I ain't gonna cap. A lot of people, they ain't really that tough. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people got a gun because they're not tough. But they don't understand that once you use that gun and you don't know how to use that gun, meaning you ain't been in no gun classes, you don't know the laws. A lot of these dudes with the gun don't even know the laws. They don't know. You can actually, in Texas especially, I can't speak for everywhere, you can actually legally kill somebody in Texas. Go take a gun class, and in the gun class, they tell you how you can kill them, when you can kill them, even a number to call once you kill somebody. So you take the gun classes, especially if you ain't got no felony. If you ain't got no felony, you need to go really take the gun class and learn the rules and the laws. That way you can use them to your best ability. You know what I'm talking about? But of course, a lot of people get the gun, go use the gun, end up inside of jail, and then they giving up pussy. That's the truth. I ain't gonna even count, man. Some dude I think the dude in H-Town told her that his girl came out, because he called her and said, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm in here knocking down a boy behind these walls." And she couldn't believe what he was saying, but it was actually happening. He had caught a body, he got life, and now here and there tearing down to a Mexican dude. That's what he said, right? Somebody say, get busy. I mean, say them niggas be slanging on the most, be the ones getting beat up in jail. A lot of people can't fight, though. A lot of people, they got a gun because they can't fight, though. A lot of people, they even say that a lot of people even join gangs because they want some type of protection, or the daddy may not there, the daddy may not be there, they may be getting bullied or something like that, and then they actually join. And then whenever you join that gives you a sense of empowerment, right? But that sense of empowerment, if you let that take over for too long, or at the end of the day, you got to take orders from somebody from above, and they're gonna tell you, hey, go do this, hey, go slide here, hey, go slide there. You're gonna be down with us, you're gonna have to go hop in that car. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want to hop in that car, going on. We don't want nobody around us but steppers and killers. So I mean, it is what it is. Why my comments showing up blue? What in the blue hell is going on? I don't know what's going on, man. I'm really supposed to bend the end of the video. I'm just replying to some of y'all comments. I'm just kicking it with y'all right now. You know what I'm talking about? Some of the next comment says, everybody know he gonna call the police. Oh, you're saying everybody knows Charles, so why you gonna call the police? So here's what I'll say about that. Do I think Charles White would call the police? If he definitely has to call the police, I think he will. But at the same time, I think he's going to defend himself. I think it's a mix of people knowing that he will actually call the police and do a report, and also a mix of what type of weapon does he have on him. We've seen people run up on him. He clocked one dude in the head with like some metal thing. He maced somebody. So he's going to defend himself. But at the same time, he's still like Unc. He's like grandfather. He's like that old dude that just, everybody got somebody. You know how you be at your people crib and your aunties, your uncles, and your granddaddy there or something like that. They just be talking noise. That's what he is, though. You know what I'm talking about? So it ain't, just as much as people say they dislike him, he has just as much people say that they love what he's doing, that they love he's trying to help the community. They love that he's going against this organization or that gang or this or whatever. So it's like a slippery slope. Well, like I said, he's been doing what he's doing for a whole long time, way before y'all seen him on his internet blowing up, getting famous, stuff like that. He was on Facebook Live doing the exact same thing. You know what I'm talking about? Going at gangs, going at everybody. You know what I'm talking about? He just was more, he had more of like a calm demeanor. You know what I'm talking about? He was going to the city to talk to the city and about all this stuff like that, right? But now he just come out cussing, smoking, do whatever he want to do. And just it is what it is, because that's what's going to make that paper. But anyways, let me go and close it out for today. This was episode 12 for today. With that being said, shout out to everybody that's able to come. Tomorrow, make sure y'all tap in. I'm definitely going to do another live. Like I said, it'll be episode 13. It will be streaming on all places podcast. Also, follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram, because that's where I post everything at. Actually, I'm going to put a link below of my Instagram. Follow me if you don't follow me. Anyways, let me know something. We say F for Charleston White. Oh, he said F for Charleston White. Shout out to you. Anyways, let me know something. Coming out, let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out. Key Talk, I'm late. Dang it. You late, right, for sure. I'm about to end the live literally right now. I guess I'll read one more comment. I don't know any gangs that would really accept what, oh, dang, all he should be doing. I got swear he got more mood swings than a woman. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and close out the video right now. Salute to